You demanded more hypotheticals, and I have delivered. What would happen if Canada's government and all of Ottawa City mysteriously vanished or stopped existing? For example, if they died in a massive carbon dioxide cloud? Oh boy, I'm on a list now, aren't I? Anyways, according to my research, Canada doesn't have a formal order of succession beyond the Deputy Prime Minister. In my hypothetical, all provincial governments are fully intact, and the federal government is completely wiped out. All across the country, political party offices scramble to throw together an election plan. A few local and provincial candidates volunteer to run federally, as well as some back office staff who had never tried to run for office before. Once the gas is cleared out of the city, a memorial is erected and all roads are sealed off. The media goes wild with speculation on where new government buildings will be made. Some claim working remotely will decentralize the government and make them immune from future localized disasters. Others speak out with digital security concerns. Several provinces offer the federal government the ability to use their capital cities. In the chaos, dozens of new political parties rise up to run for office. Among them, a large and well-organized political party acting on behalf of the First Nations, Inuit, and Métis Nation. The party is named Nations of Canada. Their campaign focuses on a second confederation, declaring sovereignty from the royal family, repossessing crown land and crown corporations, declaring Canada as an equal among the Indigenous groups instead of a ruler over them. The ending to each commercial has the names of each nation and Indigenous group flashes in white text on a black screen before disappearing for the next one. The final name disappears, then the name Canada fades in from the darkness. After unusually high voter turnout, no party has even close to a majority government. With dozens of parties taking up single-digit percentages, the Nations of Canada Party was the leading party with 10% of the vote. They formed a coalition government with other parties that were willing to go along with their agenda. Green, Pirate, Communist, Socialist, Libertarian, Women's, Labour, and Humanist parties all signed on to get the coalition above 50% of the vote. The coalition proceeds with the new Articles of Confederation, and declares the new capital will be built in Nunavut along with rail infrastructure to connect it with all provincial capitals. As part of the Confederation, the borders of provinces and territories are redrawn. Each of the new regions is named a province of the Nations of Canada, with no territories. New money is printed without faces on it. One side landscape, the other side animal or plant. A new flag is designed to fit the new nation. Provincial and regional flags are abolished in favor of national unity. Voting reform sweeps the nation, followed by a vote that determines provincial and national leadership. The Nations of Canada Party wins again, with various other parties holding partial power both provincially and federally. With a strong public mandate, more sweeping reforms follow. Pipeline projects are cancelled and oil drilling is ramped down to end within 10 years. National healthcare replaces old provincial systems and includes full pharmaceutical, dental, and mental health coverage in addition to family physician and hospital care. The federal government renegotiates trade deals with foreign nations, with special focus on the United Kingdom and United States of America. The new government uses historical exploitation as leverage for favorable terms for the Nations of Canada. Property tax, income tax, and sales tax are abolished and replaced by a wealth tax, which is calculated by the government and the money owing is automatically withdrawn. Limits are set on the export and exchange of currency, with political ad campaigns saying money spent here stays here. As part of this, international arrest warrants are issued for all individuals known to have taken more than $10 million out of Canada, or exchanged more than 10 million Canadian dollars into another currency. International corporations are given 2 years to either abandon their holdings in the Nations of Canada or segregate any Canadian operations of their company into an independent, separately run company. Police departments across the Nations of Canada are broken up into different organizations. SWAT teams for active violence or hostage situations. Mental health and addiction services. Domestic and childcare services. Investigations. Convict supervision. Arrests. Each different organization is maintained separately and there is no joint authority. For example, the arrests organization is only allowed to arrest people with outstanding warrants. The SWAT team is the only organization permitted to carry weapons. You may notice I didn't mention theft or traffic violations. Traffic violations would be handled by speed monitoring devices and cameras, similar to how toll roads in Canada currently function, red light cameras, and how some areas have already rolled out speed cameras. Theft accusations would be brought to the investigations organization, who could get search warrants, but could not arrest anyone. School curriculums would be revised to focus on media literacy, technology literacy, research, and statistics at younger ages, accelerating the existing trends in education reform. High school would be reformed to cover basic math, English, and logic competency, with all other subjects being optional. 2-year parental leave would be made mandatory for both parents of newborn or newly adopted children, with financial assistance from the federal government instead of the employer. This financial assistance would continue beyond that timeframe if the parents were unable to find work or return to work for other reasons. Shortly after, a mandatory retirement age is implemented, and the old age security is reformed to ensure adequate quality of life for all citizens of the nations of Canada. About 20 years after the implementation of this mandatory parental leave, the system is expanded into a national basic allowance. Over those decades, for-profit grocery stores, banks, and utilities are phased out and replaced with free government services. On the 30th anniversary of the Nations of Canada Confederation, referendums are held across the country on various topics including but not limited to independence, Charter of Rights and Freedoms, land ownership, voting reform, governmental reform, economics, social reform, infrastructure, public transportation, and national languages. Every 30 years afterwards, the entire governmental structure is reviewed by the populace and reformed as needed. Borders are redrawn based on public opinion. Obsolete or unsupported laws are voided, and nothing is left untouched, except for this 30-year tradition. Eventually, investing is categorized as gambling and outlawed. The Nations of Canada becomes the first country to ban the use of stocks in the stock market. Disclaimer: I was inspired by the premise of the TV show Designated Survivor, and wanted to explore the idea without terrorists or conspiracies. Thanks for watching or listening. Remember to smash that like button and subscribe for more Zetesque rants.